This is the April 2026 San Diego market update, and I am Woody Henderson, broker for American Dreams Real Estate. Let's jump right in. Let's get right to the punchline or the bottom line. We are in a transitional market in San Diego. Prices have been relatively flat over time. Inventory has increased slightly, and looking ahead, we can expect to see moderate increases in both prices and inventory as we get closer to the summer months. Well, let's take a closer look. The numbers, the median sale price for homes in San Diego is 890,000. That's up just very slightly over the year prior, 0.6%. The number of active listings is 5,461. We have 2.8 months of inventory. That's down 6.7% from the same time last year. The number of homes sold, 2,106. That's up 10% from the prior year. Average market time, important metric for sellers, 42 days. And the list price to sale price, homes are in general selling at 98.3% of their list price. The market overall is just experiencing some general cooling. Let's look at prices. This shows the San Diego median sales price over time. The median sale price in San Diego for both houses and condos, $890,000 at the beginning of April. And what we see over time is that prices have flattened since 2024, around 875 plus or minus 15 or $20,000. We haven't seen prices move much from that point over the last couple of years. Taking a look at the trends over time, every year we see prices drop slightly in the winter months and then increase to peaks as we approach the summer months. What we've seen in the last 2 years is although the prices have cooled in the winter months, they haven't gone up as quickly in the summer months. And so those curves are flattening out over time. And the prices have been getting flatter. There's a seasonal influence on prices here in San Diego. Winter months, prices generally go down. As we approach the summer, prices go up. Where are we going to be in 2026? Well, we've already seen that traditional increase in prices. We're likely to see some moderate increases in prices as we get closer to summer. Taking a look at inventory, we can see that inventory is down just very slightly from where it was at the same time last year. But relative to a couple of years ago, you can see that we've got more inventory than we have had historically. More inventory will put some downward pressure on prices, which contributes to the conditions that we saw in the last couple of slides where prices have been flattening over the last couple of years. So what's going on? Well, mortgage rates. The feds have increased mortgage rates 11 times since 2022, and that's put a damper on buyer demand just based on affordability. This graph shows buyer demand and interest rates in the blue, and we can see as interest rates go up, buyer demand falls off. And what does this mean? The impact of the numbers is that rates have risen 3%, and there's been an offsetting 75% decrease in buyer demand. As rates go up, buyer demand goes down. There's also an impact on sellers with the interest rates going up. Many sellers refinanced or purchased when interest rates were at historically low levels, which is keeping them in their homes because they've got such great deals on their mortgages. So there's this sort of shelter in place mindset. If you're a seller, I've got a good interest rate. Let's stay where we are. Or if you're a buyer, interest rates are pretty high and prices are relatively high. Let's stay where we are until conditions improve. Months of inventory of homes for sale. Today we're at 2.8 months. As I shared with you before, it's still a seller's market here in San Diego County. Observation, what I'm actually seeing out in the field. We're in a transitional market, as I said. Some houses are selling quickly with multiple offers. Others are sitting on the market for some time. Prices have been relatively flat and appreciation has slowed over the past couple of years. Inventory has also increased relative to what we've seen in years prior, which further puts a damper on prices. Looking ahead to the summer months, we can expect to see moderate increases in prices, just as we see in the seasonality of sales here in San Diego. And we'll see more people put their homes on the market as we enter towards the summer. Closing thoughts. I went to a real estate uh, training event last week, and the moderator asked the audience how many people were in their ideal home. And I was surprised that among real estate professionals, only 4 out of 40 people raised their hand. We see the same thing, or maybe even greater, in the population. Very few people are actually in their ideal home. It's important for owners to note that they've got incredible leverage in their equity and have a lot of options. And for buyers, it's important to note that this temporary price cooling creates an opportunity to make a purchase before prices go up in the future. If you're always waiting for the perfect conditions, you're going to be waiting forever. I hope that you found this helpful. If you are looking for the #1 agent in San Diego, I was delighted to be named the Agent of the Year 2025, the #1 agent in San Diego County. This is my cell phone and direct line. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. Until next time, wishing you all the best.